Being able to be the type of person that knows where they where they need to where they need to make improvements at. Being the type of person that sees themselves as a catalyst and they sees themselves and they internal structure as the roadmap, as the true playing field of all of this. And as you go throughout each day and as you go throughout your life and as you make the interactions with those that you come across, make sure that you're doing insightful things. Make sure you show up to people you ain't doing it. You're being the type of person that is like, you know, you the one that roll the man on that river, still, or you like the sentinel that's trying to be of aid, not of hindrance. You the type of person that is being of mind, body, and spirit benefit to the collective and man and women and children. And you always on point, and you always looking out for what you need to do and how you can reevaluate your inner faculties because there's those improvements that you know that you could always make throughout each day. And being the type of person who can make those self adjustments, making those uh those improvements in their life in real time, and they not making it anybody else's problem while they making those adjustments. Because change, it can be tough, and change can be hard, and change could be a lot for some people. So you gotta always, make sure you get right with your maker as you going throughout each day, and make sure that you stay prayed up and you stay with the substance in your mind, and you make sure that you always being the type of person that is putting nutritious things in your mouth and putting nutritious things in your mind and making sure that you ain't got nobody around you that is moving in with the characteristics of swine, you know, with the behaviors of a wild boar or the behaviors of a little piglet. You want people around you that is really gonna be of spiritual and 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 physical and mental embarrassment. And no matter the situation that you in, you're gonna always want sharp knives in the kitchen if you chef. You don't want that dull shit around because it's gonna just make the quality of the food and the quality of your cuts and the qualities of your labor is just that much less. Think about it like that. Kinship is like, you a chef, you in the kitchen cooking. You want to make sure all your stuff's right here, over there. Make sure you got everything over there. It's not gonna go as well as you would have hoped. So as you go throughout each day, sometimes you gotta be like a chef when it come to this, bro. You know? You gotta be willing to throw that in the trash, pum, keep going. Okay, pum, keep going. Know that, you know what I mean? It might go like that, but they might want it a little bit different. And you gotta have that mentalism and the capabilities of recorrecting yourself and doing much more than the average person ever thought possible because of the faculties that you have in your mind. And that's something that you can't fake or that you can't like. You can't be phony. We have Riverfront Park. We in beautiful Spokane, Washington, like my hometown. I'm just trying to let y'all know, like, look, it's a it's a level to every transition. There's a level. Like if you transition a period, there's boom. And I want you to over time gradually start giving yourself more and more nourishment, nourishment of your mind, nourishment of your body, nourishment of your spirit. And that's something that you can't fake. That's something that you can't buy, homie. It's just something that you gotta like cultivate. And as you go throughout each day, the mistakes that you make, those are the things that can make you great. And you ain't gotta lie to yourself, bruh. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not have it all figured out. It's okay to not have it all proper and whatnot, but it's not okay for you to give up, and it's not okay for you to hold back your loved ones, and it's not okay to dull people's blade, and it's not okay to let that misery and all of that shit that you got that you don't want and try to put it on somebody else because you're trying to put that blame on someone. Like, come on, loved one. You can't blame nobody for what you got in your life right now. You in beautiful Spokane, Washington, my hometown, man. And it's like if you happy with your life, and you see those things that you want to change in your life, let me rephrase that. If you unhappy in your life and you see some things that you want to change in your life, it's not gonna happen overnight, loved one. It's not gonna happen in the blink of an eye. That shit take time, man. You gotta plant the seed, you gotta bury it, put the dirt over it, you gotta, put the water on it, you gotta give it some time, the sun, and all of that. So it's a process. It's not just something that happens all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Because it took a long time for you to get this way. So it's gonna take a long time for you to change, fam. You know what I mean? So just give yourself some credit and know that those baby steps is what really is good sumesh because that's what's gonna help you be bold in here. Because you might be a grown man physically, but spiritually, you're still a little baby boy in there. So you gotta understand that always that you're gonna always have to treat our maker like the father that he is. The creator, most high, God. Yeah, spoken need. Children of the sun, as the sun rise, I rise too. Spokane, try to stand up, you heard? It's getting a little hot out here, let me say. Giza Plaza, Giza Plaza, my beautiful hometown. And I just want y'all to always remember how much you see the water falling over there, stuff, the water right over there.